Hello everyone, I'm Kristen Oaks-White.
And I'm Avery Davidson. Thank you for joining us for This Week in Louisiana Agriculture, the only TV show bringing Louisiana farmers and consumers together every week. When it comes to international trade, sometimes sorting out what's important to us as consumers can be difficult to determine. This is especially true with issues like sugar dumping, when the price of sugar doesn't ever seem to change so much.
And what exactly is sugar dumping? As TWILA's Neil Melancon explains, it's a big deal if you like knowing where what you eat comes from.
Everyone's favorite food might be different in the United States, but they all generally have one thing in common: they have sugar in them. And as long as there has been a U.S., we've produced that sugar, including here in Louisiana.
What we've always said is you guys, Mike, I mean, our cane farmers in Louisiana can
American Sugarcane League manager Jim Seymour is in Mike Melancon's sugarcane field talking about that history and, more importantly, the future. The league recently sent a letter to President Donald Trump asking him to enforce anti-dumping efforts to prevent Louisiana's sugar industry from going away, a problem the industry has run into before.
And that's what happened in 2012 and 13. We actually had to forfeit sugar. Prices were so low in the U.S. that we had to give sugar back to the government as part of our loan program. And so that has the potential to distort the market, to create financial difficulty because prices are low, and it can have the effect of destroying our industry.
It isn't just tossing something into the wind. While this field work is going on at Melancon's farm, working to prevent the loss of the sugarcane industry in the U.S. means we know our sugar will be produced in a safe and environmentally friendly manner, the way it's been done for generations.
Protecting the environment is something we do every day, and our goal is to have a safe product, safe commodity, because our families and our friends and everyone around us consumes those same products as well.
As Jim Seymour explained, it can be difficult to see how these issues affect us at home, especially because big fluctuations in the market price of sugar that farmers get has very little effect on what you pay for at the grocery or for your sugary treats. But it can have a very big impact on whether or not our sugar farmers stay in business, and once that's gone, it will be almost impossible to bring them back. And guys, Mike Melancon and I are not related, but he is a very relatable guy, and that's the sort of guy you want making your sugar, making the food that you eat every day, because you know where it comes from and you know how it's produced. And those two things alone, I think, should account for why we, need to keep this whole industry in business. Not the least of which is there's no guarantee prices wouldn't start shooting up if we lost it.
Yeah, speaking of the industry, I know a lot of eyes are on Washington, D.C. right now. Jim Seymour, Mike Melancon, I'm certain they have some opinions about the possible renegotiation of NAFTA.
Well, what they of course want in all of that is for the sugar industry to be protected. We are dependent somewhat on sugar imports, and they're not trying to stop that. But what they're trying to stop is the dissolution of this industry that's, the crop itself takes 3 years. So any changes couldn't be turned around on a dime. And so that could be very detrimental for our sugar industry. And as we already talked about, it's something we just want to keep around.
Well, we're going to keep an eye on it. Thank you very much, Neil Melancon.